Elvis' 26th film was the rollicking 1968 comedy Stay Away Joe. Stay Away Joe opened nationally on March 8, 1968 and was number 65 in ranking on Variety's list of money-making movies for 1968. Elvis Presley played a Native American for the second time in his career in the musical comedy Stay Away Joe, based on a best-selling book by Dan Cushman. This time, however, instead of being a relevant commentary on prejudice as was the superior flaming star, the film stereotypes American Indians as shiftless and irresponsible. Elvis stars as rodeo rider Joe Lightcloud, a Navajo whose family still lives on the reservation. Joe persuades his congressman to give him 20 heifers and a prize bull so he and his father, played by Burgess Meredith, can prove that the Navajos can successfully raise cattle on the reservation. If their experiment is successful, then the government will help all the Navajo people. But Joe's buddy accidentally barbecues the prize bull, while Joe sells the heifers to buy plumbing and other home improvements for his stepmother, portrayed by Katie Giraudo. Former leading Lady Joan Blondell appears as tavern owner Glenda Callahan, whose daughter, played by Quentin Dean, can't seem to stay away from the girl chasing Joe. On October 1, 1967, Elvis recorded the song Stay Away Joe. All I needed was the rain. And Dominic. Elvis hated the song Dominic, which he was to sing to a bull. He made producer Felton Jarvis promise that it would never appear on a record. Since the movie called for only 3 songs, this would be the first time in Elvis' movie career that a soundtrack album or EP was not released along with the film. Stay Away Joe was filmed in the Arizona town of Sedona, and it was one of the rare times that Elvis' wife Priscilla and the wives of his entourage attended a location shoot. Filming began in Sedona and Cartonwood, Arizona on October 9, 1967. Location filming continued until November 22, 1967, when the production company moved back to the studio to finish the production. The cast for Stay Away Joe was anchored by several longtime actors, including Burgess Meredith, who played Charlie Lightcloud, the Native American father to Elvis' character Joe Lightcloud. Educated at Amherst, Burgess Meredith became a stage actor in New York in 1933 before serving as a captain in the U.S. Army Air Force in World War II. After the war, he turned to making movies until the late 1950s when, as a liberal thinker, he was blacklisted from films due to Senator Joseph McCarthy and the McCarthy hearings targeting Hollywood. In the 1960s, the raspy-voiced actor was able to find work again and became known for his role as the Penguin, a villain in the Batman television series. He also was the voice for many years for Skippy peanut butter commercials. He was nominated a number of times for Academy Awards and Emmy Awards. Mexican actress Katie Giraudo played Annie Lightcloud. She was an award-winning actress in her native Mexico, as well as having received accolades in the US from both the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards. She gained over 20 pounds for her role of Annie, and just before filming, she broke her foot. She had her cast removed prematurely, and thus she walked with a limp in the movie. Thomas Gomez, known for playing brooding heavies, played Grandpa. He had not planned on an acting career, however. After graduating from school in 1923, he answered a help-wanted ad that led him to become a part of a traveling theater group. He was nominated for an Academy Award in 1948 for his supporting role in Ride the Pink Horse. He served more than 40 years on the board of directors of the Screen Actors Guild. His last film was the 1970 release Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Veteran actress Joan Blondell played Glenda Callahan. Known as the big-eyed, wisecracking blonde, Ms. Blondell was born into vaudeville and toured with her parents, performing from the age of 3. Debuting with the Ziegfeld Follies in New York, she began her Broadway career, which led her to star with James Cagney on Broadway as well as in 6 films. Eventually, she married actor Dick Powell, and they worked together in 10 musicals. Later, divorced from Dick Powell, she was married for a time to producer Michael Todd. She received an Academy Award nomination for the 1951 film The Blue Veil and 2 Golden Globe nominations for her supporting roles in The Cincinnati Kid and Opening Night. Her TV credits include roles on the series Here Come the Brides, The Real McCoys and Banyan. Character actress Anne Seymour played the Light Cloud family's much-anticipated guest Mrs. Hawkins. Ms. Seymour was a part of the seventh generation of actors in a theatrical family that began acting in Ireland in 1740. Her two older brothers were writer James Seymour and actor John Seymour. After making her Broadway debut in 1928, she became a radio heroine playing Mary Marlin and other such roles in radio dramas of the day. She made her film debut in the 1949 release All the King's Men. Young Quentin Dean played Mamie Callahan. She had debuted in the 1967 film In the Heat of the Night, winning a Golden Globe nomination for her supporting role. Her career included 3 movies in 1968, including her role in Stay Away Joe, as well as a handful of TV guest appearances. Susan Trustman made her movie debut in Stay Away Joe playing bank teller Mary Lightcloud. She went on to have a regular role as Pat Matthews on the daytime TV drama Another World. Dick Wilson played the befuddled car salesman stuck with Joe Lightcloud's horse as trade-in for a shiny convertible. He had many roles on TV and became a familiar face on shows such as Hogan's Heroes, Bewitched, Ben Casey, Checkmate and Maverick. However, Americans might remember him best as Mr. Whipple in Charmin Tissue commercials, a role he had for 25 years. Soundtrack: Stay Away, Joe. All I Needed Was the Rain. Dominic.
Elvis has left the building.